See, I'm gonna be honest. I want to take people seriously. I want to take you seriously. I can't even take Caitlin seriously anymore. Because one minute she acts like she knows what the fuck she's doing. Next, she's completely not planning anything out and just doing whatever the fuck. And I had a realization. I even said it to her. That you remind me of Damien in a way that you don't fully think or plan things out. You just say you're gonna do something, or jump into it, or avoid it. And that's the commonality. This stuff pisses me off universally. I'm pissed off at every motherfucker who doesn't step up when it's time, when it's required to be, take on that role properly. When it's all it is just, I don't even want you to do that much. I don't even want you to have to worry about cleaning the room that much. Just make food if you want to make food. If you're not going to make food, tell me you're not going to make it. I'm mad. I'm not saying I'm gonna, and it's not done. And then there's reasons that make no sense. Because you found a way to rationalize gaming all day. This is what an addict does. They rationalize every fucking reason to do what they do, to be the way they are. So if you want to talk to me about it, I'm going to say to you, I take offense to the fact that you won't even take care of you properly. I'm offended for you that you won't take care of you. On top of the fact that it's just you were going to make pasta, meal prep. I don't want to have to worry about things and then come back and know they're not taken care of. I don't want to have to worry like that about what are we going to eat tonight and tomorrow night. That's the problem. And I don't think you really take in the full weight of things. I know when I talk to you, the way you respond is just this very not thought out response. It's just I know you're not taking in things that are happening around you. Something's wrong. You need to take more time to think about, a comparison. Heck, here's an example. And I know it's Mo's not the greatest guy, but he's pretty alright. He can be an asshole, I know that, but he at least takes care of his responsibilities. He's straightforward about the things he's trying to work on. And he doesn't avoid confrontation. I've been able to confront him about things about himself that I think he needs to work on. Sorry. When I talk to him, he gets a bit offended, but he processes, he takes it in. He thinks about the considerations of the impact or the effect. Hence why he's less racist now when he starts talking. Hence why he's less loud and aggressive. There's small things that you can take from people around you that are good examples. And I don't know how to be a proper parent or role model leader. I want to be able to go up to you and tell you, hey, work on this, and I'm proud of you for the progress you've made. And I am proud of you for the progress you made. I just don't know how to say it all the time. Sometimes all I got is a hang out with you for a little bit or give you a snack or something. But I know I need to be hey, can you please do this? And you do it, and I go, hey, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you've gotten groceries. I did say thank you for that, and I do appreciate it. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to have get my hopes up that things are going to get taken care of, that things are going to improve, and then they don't. Then suddenly you're back to the where you were, or you're a different person than you've been trying to work on being. And the things that I thought you were going to get done are not getting done because you're just not feeling it. It could be depression, could be anxiety. Just be honest about it. I'm not mad about that. I'm not going to attack you. Be like, damn, Damien, you're depressed. You're anxious. You got, trauma. Whatever it is. Start being open about it. I will not be angry about that because we all have trouble. We all have issues. And I know that I needed to talk about this on my walk because, this is universal. It just is. Everybody has these issues. But you can't stay the victim. You cannot stay in the mindset that bad things happen, so what's the point? What's the fucking use? If that's the subtle background reason why you go back to your video game because it makes you feel better, that's a trap. That's poison, because everything else around you that's not being taken care of, or that's not you being an adult and stepping up, that goes on to somebody else. Or it makes people frustrated. It just does. I want you to be able to come out a better person through this, a better adult, that you can say, hey, I learned how to take care of myself. I learned how to take care of responsibilities that I'm giving back because other people gave to me, and I'm giving back to them. That is a part of life, because we're all taking care of each other. I'm taking care of you in a way, and you're taking care of me in a way. We have to have this kind of cohesion. And it's not bad. It keeps things going. It keeps the ball rolling. I cannot slow down and look back and see you're way, 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 way back here when there's all these things that need to get done and get worked on so that our way of life is maintained. That's the thing. That's what people talk to me about. They're like, why is Damien not doing these things? You should not be babying. You shouldn't be holding his hand. You shouldn't be... They're telling me this stuff. And they're calling you an asshole. And now it's coming out of my mouth because I'm so mad. I don't even want to word it that way. I really want to word this in a better way. Okay, here, I feel like you're neglecting and, you're not... But in some level, it does feel that way. I do feel offended. Do you care? Do you want this? Do you want better things? You gotta want more for yourself. You want a girlfriend? You want a family? You want your own house? A better job? The crazy part is all of these lessons and things that I'm telling you and what you need to work on are involved in having those better things. You can't have better things without being better. Period. And you can't, I gotta word it this way, you can't be a pussy. You can't tap out. You can't fall back. You can't make excuses. You can't wiggle out of things. Sometimes you have to power through. Power through it. Even if you're not feeling good that day. Even if, maybe you are having a good day. You're gonna see that. You're gonna feel better, period. And you won't need to go to the video games anymore to have peace and relaxation. Then you'll be able to say, hey, I can manage this. I can take 2 to 3 hours, ish, to a game, and I take a couple hours taking care of my responsibilities. I don't smell bad. My stuff's clean. People are saying, hey, I feel like, we can trust you. We can rely on you. And we don't have to be talking to you about, because they said they were going to fine you $50 for smelling bad. I'm like, damn. And I know that I can tell that you need reminders. You told me you got memory issues. I get that. I do, because I have memory issues. So it's like, I know you need reminders, but I'm not asking a lot, putting a lot on you. I'm not going to. And then when you start putting more on yourself, I know that's a pattern. And you're saying, I'm going to do more. I'm like, oh shit, please just take care of the basics first. Show me you can handle them. Then take on more. Because that's how I had to start. I tried doing too much too fast and burned out. Then I had to, climb back out of that and realize I'm not perfect. I need to relearn. I did. I had to relearn how to do laundry properly. I didn't even know how to do that shit when I moved from my girlfriend in 2019. I didn't wash dishes properly either. I didn't do anything right. And she had to kind of show me, but I really had to get on myself more. Like, come on, Avery, you can do better than this. You're letting people down. Like, I had to word it that way. Not be offended by it. Because if you wait for somebody else, if you sit on it, and you wait for somebody else to be like, hey, you're letting me down, then you feel bad and they feel bad. Because I feel bad even having to get angry. There's a reason I'm getting angry and saying things. Because I'm trying to get your attention. I'm trying to get you to think. And what I wanted to do is word it in different ways for you. To really set in what it means. To be like, alright, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not living like the mindset. You're not living in your mom's basement. You're not living with them. You're living as a man, as an adult, with responsibility and reason and meaning and motive in your life. Period. And that means pushing yourself, doing the difficult shit. Not sitting on your ass and hurting yourself because you told me I power through hurting my own back for a game? That ain't worth it. No, I want you to power through hurting your back, making food, doing chores, doing things that are beneficial for your mental health, beneficial for your physical health, things that you will get more out of in the long run. You're not going to, I don't know if you have some weird religion around your game, because that's what it seems like. Like, do you believe in God, or do you believe in the fact that your mods told you whether you're going to have a bad day at work? That doesn't mean jack. That doesn't mean anything, because those games are just programs. They don't do anything. They don't tell you anything. You might have had an actual good night and you just assumed and made it bad in your mind. Maybe even if things didn't go bad that night, or they slightly got a little annoying, you overly accentuated on the fact that it went a little awry, and you were like, oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew tonight was going to be bad. No. Don't set yourself up for failure. I think this is why you don't do certain things, because I think there's a secret side of you that you don't talk about, that you rationalize things in a certain way, and in your mind this is the way to rationalize things. But it's not healthy. It's not healthy to look at the world as black and white, as good and bad all the time. You get to choose whether you are good. You get to make the choices. You have the power to control your life and to control at least how you respond to circumstances. Things may be shitty. Things might be great. But you get to stay steady in the fact that you always are consistent in what you do. You get up and you take care of yourself. You take care of the little things, giving back. And I'm not attacking you. Like I said, this isn't personal. I'm attacking whatever fucked up shit made you this way. Whether it was abuse in your family, assholes, I don't care. They're all fucking idiots. And I know you can be better. You're better than them, because there's a side to you that is creative, that it has a spark. And it's very dim. It's there. But it needs nurturing. It needs to come back. Because I don't want to give up. I don't. Because I could just be like, all right, I'm not signing a lease until you change. I could be like that, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that. What I want is for you to be on my side and see how much further you need to go. And try to strive for better examples that you can try to be or work towards that are good for you, and then be able to look back at the old Damien and say, man, I'm better, but I also know I need more. I need to grow. And be proud of the fact that you're in a different place, that you can look back and know you're not in that dark place anymore. You're not in that delusional, non-self-aware state that you're in right now. And I was there too. This is what pisses me. It does so many things to me. It makes me mad. It makes me want to motivate you. But it also is just beyond confusing and frustrating to see that you won't recognize it. Because I was there. You are a lot like people in my family, but you're not at the same time. Like, you got traits like them, but you're also different. And I think that's why I'm willing to live with you. That's what it is. I wouldn't be willing to live with someone if I didn't find some familiarity. But in the fact that I had to move away from the behavioral, I'd say, traps that I learned in my family and growing up, there is a way, I know there is, that you can look at yourself, because I had to, and almost get mad at yourself. Be like, just get a little angry at yourself. And for the right reasons. And also say, hey, I forgive you, Damien. I'm mad at you, but I forgive you. I want better things. I want to be better. I want to be a man. I want to be responsible. I want to be reliable. And not word things in a weak way, but consistent, concise, and clear. Not, I'd say, digressing, devolving into a state of mind that is outside of the realm of reasoning that is healthy. So I just know this is the underlying issue. There's no way you can smile at me and say everything's okay and that I know better. And no matter what wall you put up, no matter how thick of a shell you think you have, I know that underneath something that I'm saying is actually what's going on why you struggle. And maybe I'm wrong. It's okay if I'm wrong. I'd rather be wrong and then you tell me a real reason and I understand that it could be like a disorder or something. That's fine. You know, I try to work with people. But another reason is I do see awareness come out of you. I do see moments of that you might be pretending. That you might be faking it. And that's how you got by. No one's ever said the right things to you, I don't think. I think they said, I'm done, I'm frustrated, get out of my face. But I'm going to say I'm frustrated, here's why, and I want you to grow, and I want you to change, and I want you to try to help yourself here. Because that's the step further that's required for you to actually, move forward. I think you got sent out into the world to change, but it didn't work. You went into your state of mind or space that shielded you from everything. and you still use it to shield yourself from things. But that shield's not going to hold up. It's going to get torn down because you're going to break down. You're not going to be able to get back up after a while, because life will hurt you. Life will hurt you. I told you that if you sit on your game all day, you're more likely to have a stroke or a heart attack. That is true. That doesn't even mean just being a dick. That's just a fact. Your risk of health issues increase when you don't get up. You need to get up every 2 hours or less and move around and go do other things and come back. It's okay. It's no sweat. That game, that's not going anywhere. It's not. But your life, your entire life is. It's slowly going away. And the people around you, the relationships you can build, that's also going away. You don't get those moments back all the time. I could be dead tomorrow. Your game will still be there. That's the fucked up truth. That'll always be there, but I won't. That's why I don't take games seriously. That's why I don't take any of it seriously. Because it's just entertainment. It's a joke. It's not that deep. It's just not. The only deep thing about life is you. A person, a soul. The creative ideas you have, what you work on, your successes, the relationships, every little thing that you actually build and put in, I'd say, an original stamp that Damien was here and he did this. That's more important. That has value and meaning. That's why I want you to cook. You said you like cooking because it helps you. I'm mad for you because you didn't even do the thing that helps you, that's good for you. And I was like, yes. Because I have different reasons to be excited about something. It's not just that you're making food for me, but you're doing something that is a hobby and a healthy thing. And I said, there's other hobbies and healthy things to do that you said you were going to work on. Your book. You won't do it. If I don't push you, if I don't remind you, you won't do it. That makes me sad. That really makes me sad. Because imagine if I wasn't here and then I can't remind you anymore. And then you're back in that state of a say your light is dim again. You're back there, just kind of waiting life out, just kind of sitting, like putting yourself on the shelf, basically, collecting dust. Don't do that. And don't shrug your shoulders about it. Don't go, Don't act like it's not a big deal. I'm gonna say it. I don't think you believe you have as much value as you do. I don't think you want to put as much value in yourself as much as I see you could. Potential's there. And that's not surviving. That's not living. That's less than those two things. That's underneath. That's getting by the skin of your teeth, getting by just not putting a lot of energy into things. And lying to people. This all comes full circle back to the beginning argument, the beginning statement. This is why I know you do these things, because you are angry at yourself. You are hurting. But now you got to use it as fuel. Use it as a reason to change. Use it as a reason to want more. And I will be proud. I will be happy. I will be okay. I'm not going to be angry. I'll be like, dang, he's doing it. He's doing it. And this time, it's different. It's not, I'm going to try for a couple of months. He's doing it because he now found a new inspiring reason. I lit a fire under you and you kept it going. That's your job. You need to keep the fire going, because I could put the fire in you. I could remind you and yell at you and tell you to wake up, tell you to get it together. But that's now your own anger towards yourself or motivation. Either way, you decide. You get to choose what you want for your life, period. No, like, I know what I said before, like, we don't have the money to do all these fancy things cooking-wise. We don't. But we got to work with what we got. We might not have the right pan. We might not have, the perfect this. But we have other things that are perfect, that are amazing. I know that. And I'm happy. But I don't feel happy using my own computer, using the things that are entertainment, without feeling like I earned it. Without feeling like I worked towards that today. Just a tiny bit. Because if I take away time, I gotta give back something that is, I'd say, fuel. Spiritual or physical, whatever you want to call it. Giving back is, again, putting food back in the fridge, cleaning up, and then I know there's a circulation happening. There's I call it the ball rolling. Because something else is getting taken care of, and something else is now feeling earned. But this is the harsh truth. This is the really hard one. You taking 6 hours or more is not earned. You didn't earn it. You sat there and did that. But the amount of what you put back out is not the same. That is the subtle, infuriating fact that being an adult, we have to realize everything I do takes work. Even if I am privileged with this, I work for this. I work for, money for rent or whatever. And of course, you have a job. Of course, you do understand that. But again, there's some pieces missing. There's some holes in your logic that can be healed. I know it could be. So just hear me. Hear what I'm saying. Don't be angry. Hear me. And take it in. And let it change you. Because this mindset, this stuff I'm saying, it changed my life. It put me into perspective. It put me in a place of real growth in wanting to help people. Why would I want to even help anybody now? Why would I give a damn? But now I know why people hurt, what they need to work towards. And I'm also working towards similar things. It's just everybody's got a different meaning and outcome. Everybody. And again, it's not personal, but it's all universal. That is life. That is the truth. This is a statement towards that. If I'm angry about life, if I'm motivated about life, period, end of story, then that is just what it is. So this isn't about you going, well, I'm hurt, I need to talk about it, my feelings. I get you have feelings. But you need to get mine and get others. And see the spectrum or web. Because there is a connected outcome between us all that isn't revolved around this. It's revolved around specifically how to live, how to survive, how to find joy in the difficult things, and earn the good things, like the really good things. But I don't want them just handed to me. If you came up to me and said, I got $1 million, you can buy all the games and all the shit you ever wanted, I'd say take it back and give it to somebody else. Because it doesn't give me anything. It doesn't change me. It actually, what it does is it sets me back to being lazy. It puts me in a space where I feel like I don't need. And then I feel like I can just cruise by. And like, you shouldn't want that. Okay?